Well, we've had a great time this year, from our pop-up boutiques to our 20th birthday party. It's been a non-stop cavalcade of fun, fun, fun. Want to see why? Take a look at this.
We thought we'd come and see you instead.
Oh,
Cup of tea, get the kettle on.
We knew 2010 was going to be a star-studded affair when, very early on, Daniel Whiston and Hayley Tamerden turned up. The stars and eventual winners of Dancing on Ice had just popped in for a chat on my sofa. I can imagine you're both shaping up though. I mean, obviously you're pretty lean all the time.
Oh, thank you very much.
Always in shape, but for me...
But it's amazing.
It's definitely toned the legs and the bum, so I can say if anybody wants to tone up a little bit, skating is the best way.
The biggest celeb of the 20th century took over the whole of the centre in February when we hosted our Vegas-tastic Elvis Day.
Thank you very much.
After all that dancing, on ice or otherwise, our feet were in need of some soothing, so we were very happy to welcome Appy Feet to the centre. It was Britain's first fishy foot spa, so I couldn't wait to have a go myself.
It's Elfie.
Oh! Sorry. That's nice. So what's going on here then?
The fish find all the loose skin because of the warm water softens the loose skin on your feet.
Rightio.
And it's food to them, so they just basically go and nibble it off.
So it's a completely natural way of...
Yeah, totally organic.
Oh, it's great.
And they're really gentle, very cute fish as well.
They are really gentle. It just tickles. It's brilliant. We got visits from more than just feet-nibbling fish, though. Throughout the year, the Oasis has played host to many children's TV heavyweights, including Bob the Builder, Peppa Pig and Dora the Explorer. And talking of heavyweights, in May, promoter Ricky Hatton held a real-life boxer's weigh-in for Ryan Rhodes.
Thanks for the turnout. And,
just ahead of his fight with Italian Luca Messi at Pons Forge.
Ryan Rhodes, 10 stone, 13 pounds. Thank you.
Someone who's used to refereeing a few punch-ups himself is Jeremy Kyle. And he popped into WH Smith to meet fans and sign copies of his book.
Lovely, lovely, lovely Charlotte.
The summer kicked in with the World Cup, so just to keep the youngsters on their toes, we invited 9 of the region's schools to our coach park to take part in Tesco's Great School Run. We even choppered in a couple of sporting heroes.
Bring those arms!
And for those of us who weren't really that bothered about footy, there was the launch of Meadowhall's first ever Ladies' Nights. And a select few pop-up boutiques for us to explore.
The detail is really key, you know, the colour mix, and also the heel is the focus of the shoe.
And I've always been a bit of a tomboy, so I've got things like hoodies, but I've used like a velour fabric with a sequined hood. So it's very luxurious. So it's not the standard kind of hoodie you would see, because I love the kind of motto of Hox is don't just look gorgeous, feel it, because I like the fit of clothes and like the way they feel on you. And so I do use a lot of satin in my lining and I like it when somebody tries something on and before they say, oh, that looks nice, they tend to say, that feels really nice.
My lifestyle, because supermarkets...
All manner of TV personalities love to come to Meadowhall, and one lady that just couldn't resist us anymore was Queen of Shops herself, Mary Portas. She popped into The Source this July to launch her Guide to Successful Retailing programme for shop owners and managers.
Which really looking at the independent sector and trying to bring best practice and training into the independents where perhaps they haven't had that, haven't worked in, you know, huge retail environments. So really giving them an opportunity to compete on the high street and deliver best practice retail.
They ring the bell, they don't even say anything, it says, ring! This is really busy part. So you go in with the basket, and then, they do say something, so club card. You go, no, I haven't got club card.
August was the month we teamed up with Hallam FM to launch our brilliant Talent Academy. 6 weeks of fantastic workshops for the kids. The holidays were packed with great activities like fashion workshops, journalism school and radio presenter training.
Your station, your music, Hallam FM.
We even invited a few kids along to TV Meadowhall to help us make the programme.
Huge last summer and they're sticking around for autumn too. So just pair it with a cool classic denim jacket for those cooler days.
This season, it's all about neutral colours, big fur jackets and looking chic.
Someone who needed no media training from us was blue heartthrob Simon Webb. He dropped in to open our fantastic new L'Occitane store in the middle of August.
I was in the south of France, Provence, recording my second album, Grace, and I needed some skin products. So I sent my assistant out to get me something, and she came back with L'Occitane.
In September, Meadowhall reached the big 2-0, so we threw a massive party. The tweenies turned up and organised a ginormous game of Pass the Parcel. We invited local sculptor, Stoneface, onto the malls to capture the very spirit of the centre. Plus, Hallam FM helped to celebrate by bringing along local grandfather and granddaughter team 2 Grand, as well as Lloyd Daniels and Jamie Afro Archer. We could have done with a rest after all that, but we didn't get one as we launched straight into our Sing for Life event. When 30 talented Yorkshire musicians descended onto the malls and busked in aid of Cancer Research UK. As the nights got longer and the weather took a turn for the worse, we brightened up the malls with a bit of catwalk glamour with 4 fabulous weeks of frontline fashion. Bethany Lunn gave out style tips.
These ones are from Doon. Now they're really on vogue because of the fur. Faux fur, of course.
The apprentices Claire Young dropped in to talk about business wear.
And I think you have to look good for the job which you do, to be confident, be happy with yourself and ultimately climb the ladder.
We saw the return of our favourite arty types, Dead Young Records. Wayne Hemingway dropped in to open our Charity Chicks pop-up boutique.
There's also lots of stuff from the public have been very generous donating, and the prices are amazing, as they often are with second-hand clothes. It's a cool way of buying things. It's a sustainable way because you're reusing stuff, which is very important. But most importantly, every penny you spend here goes to a good cause, and that's what we should be doing. It's called Safe at Last, which looks after kids who are vulnerable. There's a few things. I'm not going to buy my own shirt back though, because that would be daft, wouldn't it?
And I even got in on the act with a spot of yoga. Lift your right leg up, interlace all 10 fingers, place them over the knee, just a couple of inches below the knee. Pull the knee down all the way. To finish the whole shebang, we hosted 3 days of high-end fashion shows directed by Gok Wan's right-hand man, Bradley Taylor. Plus, we officially relaunched the new look House of Fraser. They spent 6 months and squillions of pounds making the store ultra-modern and easier to get around. So manager Mike couldn't wait to show it off.
Bath shops displayed together, kitchenware all displayed together, and furniture and lifestyle. So much better for you to find your way around our store.
All the excitement and glamour must have gone to Mark Wilson's head as he surprised his girlfriend by proposing to her on the video wall.
But basically, all I wanted to ask is, will you, Danielle, will you marry me?
October really was a busy month because the Toy Retailers Association chose us to launch their top 12 toys for Christmas. They sent a sackload of goodies to Meadowhall and we let our expert team of toy testers loose on them for a day. They did have fun. The 11th of November was a big day here in the centre. Just after dark, the car park started to fill with music fans, and before long, Meadowhall was alive with the sound of proper pop stars singing proper pop. Halfway through the show, we stopped to turn on our spectacular Christmas lights. Then Ollie Murs kept us entertained for the rest of the evening.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everybody! Because normally I try to run, and I might even want to hide, because I never knew what I wanted until I looked into your eyes. So am I in this alone? She said you mustn't like him 'cause he's oh so nice. But I remember that you like a picture spice. Well, I know wherever you go that you'll be thinking about.
Well, we'll really have to pull out all the stops in 2011 to match that little lot. But don't worry though, we have a few things up our sleeves already that are really going to knock your socks off.